Hi, welcome back to Icon UK. I'm Hannah Witton and I'm joined by Melanie Murphy.
Hello.
We have made a bunch of videos together, so make sure you subscribe so that you can catch them. This video is going to be about relationship advice, but it's going to be a bit of a debate.
Oh yeah. Oh.
So Icon UK have given us a bunch of statements about relationships. What we're going to say is not necessarily our opinions, because I'll be arguing for, Mel against, but our own opinions may seep in a little bit. And just remember that you do what feels right for you. This is just based on our own experiences. Kissing on a first date.
Oh.
So for this, why not? If you like them, if they like you, it's always nice, go for it.
YOLO.
Yeah.
Against kissing on the first date, I think that it builds tension if you wait on certain things like that. I feel like it makes it more exciting if you kind of delay it a little bit. Can't speak from personal experience.
I just don't think that there's anything wrong with it. I feel like a lot of people think that it would be going too fast, or people might think that you're a certain kind of person if you do kiss on a first date, but actually none of that matters, and you can kind of do what you want with the other person's consent.
Another thing why maybe you might want to wait on the first kiss is to make sure that it's someone that you really like, because some people like to only do that with very particular people, and that's okay as well. So you don't have to feel forced or pressured either way, like, oh, if I don't kiss on the first date, then I'm somehow frigid or something, and then if I do, that I'm easy. I think that it's just a personal choice.
Have you ever wondered like why it's a thing that we've wanted to put mouths on other mouths? Have you ever broken it down and just been like,
yes,
why is that a thing that humans enjoy?
So the next one is dating your friend's ex.
Ooh, oh God, I have to argue for this.
Yeah, you do.
Why not? Is that going to be my argument, like,
for
every
everything?
time? Why not? If they dated a really long time ago and you know, you get on really well and you're both really attracted to each other and you want to be together, do it. Don't let anything stand in the way of you and true love.
I've been kind of on both sides of this. So I have dated a friend of mine's ex, and I've also had a friend of mine date my ex. And
Was it horrible?
In both situations, it kind of affected the friendship. So that's kind of sad, you know, and it's upsetting. So that's one thing you have to consider when getting into a situation like that. Maybe talk to the friend and reassure each other that it's not going to come between you in any way.
I think it depends on how significant that ex was. Yes. So I think it's not something that you just have to like put a line and be like, no, never date your friend's ex. Like, it's not as simple as that. There are many situations where it probably would be okay for that to happen. First one to text after a date.
I feel like I know that the other person definitely likes me if they're the first one to text, and I don't agree with games and texting games and stuff like that. But if it just comes down to, you know, you're sitting there waiting and wondering, should I send a text or will I just hold back a little bit? You can hold back a little bit, and then if they text you, at least you know that they're definitely interested.
I've been in a lot of situations where I have dated people who are really quite insecure and never make the first move.
A lot of
like,
guys
really just feel quite uncomfortable making the first move, which is lucky for me because I'm quite good at it.
Yeah,
I think.
she is.
Yeah. And so sometimes you have to be that person that is going to text first. And also I think that gender doesn't come into it at all. Like, it doesn't have to be the boy who texts first if it's a boy-girl relationship.
That's so true, because the onus is often put onto the guy in situations like that. And I don't understand why that is. Like, why are they expected to be the one to come up with the date, and they're the one expected to like initiate, you know, we're boyfriend, girlfriend now, or they're the one who's supposed to say I love you first. It's silly.
Yeah, and also for texting first after a date, it doesn't have to be as scary as you think it is, because all you really have to say is, thanks for this evening, I had a really good time, good night. Like, that's all it has to be. And actually, I genuinely think it's polite to text after a first date.
Can't argue against this. So the next one is, first one to say I love you.
Oh. If you feel it, you say it. You don't have to wait for the other person to say it to you. If you're feeling it and there's a good moment, sometimes it's like really hard to like keep it in when you know that you love that person, and every time you see their face, like in your head, like all you can hear is I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, and you're just like, you just have to get it out, otherwise like you're torturing yourself.
I've definitely done it before where I've said it and then I've been like, too soon. But you know, some people, they'll fall in love, first sight happens. Another thing against is that you may be confusing love with infatuation, which happens all the time. I think me and Hannah are both of the thinking that love doesn't have to be, you know, a lifelong thing, and you can meet someone and really connect with them, and you can love them, and it may be like a year, it may be a couple of months, it may be 2 years, you know, it's not, it doesn't always have to end in marriage and that kind of thing, and it's important to recognize love when you feel it, because it doesn't happen often.
Dating your best friend. For why not? Also, you already know them really well. You know that you're like best friends, you know loads about each other. You don't have to do the whole like getting to know each other and like backstories and like anecdotes. It's like you know them all, you've got a good connection, and then it's just easy.
I would argue against that for a couple of reasons, in that I feel like if you're gonna be with your best friend, you don't have that thing that happens where you just meet someone and you just get this swirl of like, oh my God, they're amazing. You miss that. If it goes badly, you may end up losing the previous friendship that you had. So it might evolve maybe into, you know, you'll be friends, then you'll date, and then you'll be friends again. But I don't think that the after friendship will be the same as the before friendship ever.
The first point, that whole like passion and frenzy that you get when you first meet someone, like scientifically, I'm gonna get science here, like peaks like right at the beginning of a relationship, and then relationships that last aren't based on passionate love, they're based on companionate love. And so if you're already best friends with someone, you already have that companionate love,
but will you
and
have
that foundation.
Will you get
it's possible to have like peaks of it like throughout. It's probably more likely to last longer.
Next, we have playing hard to get.
Oh, I'm so against this in real life.
Me too. I just feel like in a relationship, playing games is never going to end well. You need honesty and trust and respect and stuff like that to build a relationship on. And if you're playing hard to get, you're not letting things unfold as they naturally would, it never ever ends well, because you're starting off by playing games, and it's starting off on a manipulative level where it's not like honesty and trust and stuff like that, and it's building it up into something that it isn't.
So I do actually agree with that, but I'm going to argue for playing hard to get. Bear in mind that everything that I'm about to say is a lie. Playing hard to get works because it means that the person wants what they can't have, and then they get you, and it's like loads of fun and exciting and stuff.
But then the reality becomes, you know, it's like, oh,
yeah,
got it now. But don't pretend that you don't like someone if you do like them, because I think that's
it's so exciting if someone who you like likes you back and you tell each other that.
I'm really sad that I have to be the one arguing against this.
Oh.
Staying friends after a breakup.
Oh, I'm so for this.
Me too.
I feel like when you've had a relationship with someone, you have this special connection that no matter what happens in the future, you will always have that connection with that person. It doesn't mean that you're not over them. It doesn't mean that you can't have amazing relationships in the future, but you've shared something. You probably have loads of really cool experiences that the two of you have shared together, loads of wicked memories, loads of in-jokes, and I always feel like it's really sad when two people aren't friends after they break up.
If I have to argue against staying friends after a breakup, I'd say some people get uncomfortable if their partner is friends with their ex, and it can affect your new relationships. I don't agree with that, but I think
also
that's
wouldn't
common.
Then date people who are not cool with you hanging out with your exes.
But like, I know that it can make, and I wouldn't stay friends with an ex after a breakup if you're not over them. If you do still love them. So say if you're harboring feelings and they initiated it, it's just bad. Like you need to separate yourself from them and have the time to get over them and heal.
I find it really weird if you're like going straight from a relationship into a friendship.
I've tried it and it doesn't work.
It's really blurry. Like you're like, wait, what does this mean? Can we hug? Is that like, do you know what I mean? Like,
the etiquette is so weird.
Yeah, I think I'm going to argue against it now, but in certain situations, if they cheated on you, if it was a really like horrible breakup,
If they abused you, if they hit you.
If you hate them, just cut them out. You don't have to be friends with that person. Bye-bye. That has been our relationship advice debate. And remember, they are our opinions, so do what feels right for you. And you can let us know your own thoughts on everything in the comments below. There's a video here. Go watch it, click on that, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye.